It's time to set up my Skinny Classic, which I use to track my workouts in. And if you would like to see how my November setup goes, stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So we are back at the Skinny Classic setup for November. I know it's almost the middle of the month, but yeah, that is how things go sometimes, especially when I'm out of town and then yeah, things don't quite as planned, but it is what it is. That's all right. So now that we are here, let's get started. So, since I did not get to do my pre plan process, which I like to do ahead of time, yeah, this is how my pre plan worksheet or the notepad is. And I'm taking off the November first week, and we'll have 4 weeks. So, I try to do four very different spreads, and that's my set of washi tapes from Planning Thing. Just keeping that handy for all the weeks. And November is the daffodil month. So I thought I will use these daffodils from the gardening set of sticker books. And I would like to also bring in some of those chickens because they usually don't get the planner space they deserve. So it was kind of struggle balancing it, but I like to use these chickens once in a while. And yeah, I think there were 3 or 4 gardening books, and I knew that only one of them had these bouquets. And I'm trying to start with the blue so that we could go with yellow and blue. And I'm bringing in that flower vase at the top of the box, and then the chicken with the hen with the floral crown. I'm assuming that's a hen because I can't see. It could be a rooster too. I can't quite tell because yeah, it could be a rooster, right? That drop thingy. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of near the neck. Yeah, so let that hen hang out on top of the box. And I also want to keep it functional and yet bring in some of those garden vibes because I am starting my winter garden. The winter garden is, and that is the season I can only have my veggie garden out. So I just started with my peppers and tomatoes. And I do have some local tropical plants that we traditionally use in Indian cooking, like the curry leaves and the moringa and all that. It survives the desert heat. But other than that, some of the other ones have to be cultivated during the cooler months. So this is the veggie strip with all the root vegetables sticking out. And first I thought I would stick it down there, but it was interfering with the other one. And yeah, it was just not working. So I moved it to the other side. And those root vegetables, what's your favorite root vegetable? I'm sure potatoes are on there because, yeah, everybody eats them in the form of fries, if not baked potatoes or something. And also, let me know in the comments what your favorite vegetable is and have you ever tried growing that? Because I have heard, because when my kids were smaller, I used to make sure that I take them grocery shopping. Oof, I can't speak today. Groceries shopping. So that is set to encourage them to eat more veggies. And I wanted to have that as a hanging thing, but that clear edging on the sticker did make it hard. So I'm trying to pick these colors. I think it would go with them. But then these are very different shades of blue, very different in the sense it's different than what the box has. But I decided to go with this striped washi from Planning Thing. For Planning Thing, you can use my code Priya10 for 10% off. And Planning Thing just had their winter and Christmas sticker books. And if you have not checked that out, I would strongly urge you to, because they could sell out. And once they sell out, restocks don't happen that often. So if you have an eye on anything, better grab it right away. So I think that is a good balance of the colors. And I'm trying to bring something more so that I can balance out some of the black in there. And yeah, that strip, I think I had cut it some time earlier, which came in handy. If I can have that straight. Yeah. And I will also bring in one of those pruners to balance off some of that black going on. There is some black here, but then between these 2 or 3 sticker books, there are only a few daffodils and a few hens going on. And that should pretty much be the spread. So I'm just trying to make sure that is it before I move to the next spread. So I did not do anything to the dating, or yeah, I think sometimes we're all indecisive, but I end up leaving it as such. On to the next week, where I have these sticker sheets from Martinez Sticker Company and these girls. And we're all, I'm part of the rep team for Martinez Sticker Company. So you can use my code Priya15 for 15% off, and also my freebie. So there is a challenge that we are all doing wherein we combine blooms and these girls, which came out in the latest release from Martinez Sticker Company. So this is one of my versions, and these are star boxes. Most of the stickers are from Martinez Sticker Company except for that denim patch, which is from Planet Derby. And yeah, just trying to balance some of those colors before I add these lined leaves. So these are on paper and the blooms are on clear. I like to mix and match. I know some people are very hesitant too. And are you one of those folks who are very particular about whether they are paper or clear? And if at all you are you insistent on, do you insist that it either be entirely paper or entirely clear? I think I use them intermittently. I have no problem mixing them as long as they have some depth to them. I can do that. I'm also trying to balance some of those colors. And yeah, sometimes those pockets, in fact, need to look really full, but it shouldn't just take from the actual beauty of the patches. So that is my theory. And yeah, the girls will come in, but I need to set the platform for her or them to walk in, right? So I am using that coffee friends. Yeah, that is the friends looking at each other. from either side of the page, and that is that girl lined properly there, along with some more of those leaves. And I will also bring in some more of the blooms, because just layering the lined art with actual blooms brings in such a fun element. I know there are lots of these fun stickers out there. And are you comfort? Not all the folks are comfortable with the line art, be it animals, be it florals, be it whatever deco items are there. Not everybody is comfortable. So I'm bringing in the washi strips, the lace washi strips from Martinez Sticker Company. You can grab stickers either as actual physical tangible sheets, or get the digital one, the printable one, which I love because you have lots of options to play around with them. And if you have not checked out the Cricut series that I have for print and cut stickers, I would suggest you do, because I show you a lot of fun ways you can play around with the printable versions. And before you know, you will have stickers in different orientations and different sizes. It's so fun. And I'm using the one of the edges, trying to balance out some of those colors. And I wanted some more yellow on the right page, and that is why I brought this at such an angle without taking up too much space. And that is something you can do, just layer them off of the pages or boxes, and you can that way keep it functional and pretty. So that is one more small patch, trying to balance some of those colors there, especially the yellow. And I will also bring in these quotes, and I think I need to find another quote in a similar font. So this is the quote sheet from an earlier release. I think it was just taking up too much space, so I had to find a thinner one which is right at the top. And I will pick that typewriter font, and that is perfect because this is the spread for World Kindness Day on the 13th. And this is really being kind to yourself is one of the key things I would do for myself. So that is the second spread pretty much all done, except for the dates we will be adding. And I'm coming and whiting out the numbers, the dates. So just moving that, and see how useful those tweezers are, those needle nose tweezers. The tools, all the tools I'm using, including this tweezer, the whiteout, everything is linked in the description, along with all the shops and codes I'm mentioning as I go. Everything is linked, and please check out the other videos I'm mentioning, like the print and cut stickers, the Cricut tutorial. I also have other very fun creative spreads, and I have full playlists for each layout. So on to the third week, and this is Go on a Right Day on the 22nd. So those are the 3 PET stickers, the washi tape stickers, in fact, not the PET. And this is the London, and there was a London, Paris, New York. It came in a trio. I had this. It was one of my earlier hauls, I must say. So I want to do like a fun trip to London. I've been to London, so I can very much say what I had liked. The Tower Bridge was one. And I did see the Tower Bridge in action as it lifted. to let the big ships pass by. And of course, the rain. Yeah, we all know that. So I'm bringing in that New York taxi, sorry, the London taxi. I forget the name. Yeah, we had driven in that, and it was a few years ago. So I'm sure there are new landmarks, but I'm just going with the classic London landmarks, and of course the rain and the clouds, and the London Bridge, the cab, and of course we need to have the telephone booth, and we need to have some travel and the double decker red bus. I couldn't bring in the guard, but yeah, because yeah, balancing the colors was just getting too hard. And I'm bringing in the pastel shapes from Mojo Jojo Plans. And my code Priya10 works at Mojo Jojo Plans also. And that is the lamppost in London, right in the middle there. And because I can still make use of the functional space before without compromising on the space much. Function and deco go hand in hand. The telephone booth can go there. It's a nice, you can see how easy it is because it is pre-cut. And this is from Washi Tape Shop. And Priya 10 works on at the Washi Tape Shop as well. And this sticker, the PET stickers, or the washi tape set, I went for the washi tape PET stickers because the pre-cut stickers, I mean, because this has the matte finish and the PET stickers are kind of glossy and I don't quite like it. So I'm just bringing in those evening tea elements. How can you go to London and not have tea? So I love tea, so I can't even imagine not having a proper English tea. But sadly, the thing is, even when I went to London, the tea was all grown in India. So it was very ironic because, yeah, all the tea it's made in India. We have lots of Indian plantations there. So it was kind of funny where you talk about the English drinking tea and the tea is all made in India and if not, Sri Lanka. So it was nice to see that, but yeah, trying to balance some of those colors with the washi tapes also. And I'm just going with these two colors on the washi tapes. And that guard, sorry, dude, there's no space for you to walk in. I know the changing of the guards is one of the major attractions, and I've witnessed that. Sadly, he will have to wait for another time. So I'm also trying to see what else I can bring in, maybe something related to the tea. And that's just too big. That's how we figure out what can come in because it is very limited space in the skinny classic and also the skinny mini for that matter. So it gets really hard when you have to choose what should go and where it should go. So that's part of the London Eye picking out, and that was the very tippy tip of the roll, but I did not want to waste it. But it can just be the tip of the London Eye peeking out in the afternoon tea on a scorching summer day. A refreshing cup of tea is the best way to beat the heat. So on to getting some bullet points. So I got this check it off pastels and jewel tone shapes, bullet points, and you have bullet points in various shapes along with the strips, and that should be the wrap on there. I'm just bringing in one last cloud for the left page, and we should be done. And just make sure you roll it back properly, and it's very easy to store. Any of the washi tape storage situations can be used for the washi tapes also, and it comes with a tape at the tip, and don't throw away that one. Onto the last week, and it is the Thanksgiving turkey leftover day, French toast day, all happening on the 28th. So I thought I would bring in a few of the sticker books from Planny Thing, and the washi tape is from the washi tape shop. And yeah, as I mentioned, both these shops you can use my code Priya10 for 10% off. And I'm trying to see what shades of oranges and browns and how it can all be used. So this was one of the older Planning Things seasonal sticker books. This, I believe, is unfortunately sold out. This is from a couple of years ago, but you can always find great stuff at Planning Thing. And that sticker sheet is from Amber Plans a Day. That was what was left over from a couple of years ago, and I was planning to use my stash. So this is the turkey standing there, and I want to bring in that washi. Again, this was part of a dark academia set that had come out a couple of years ago, and it was very popular. This was very unusual for my taste, but I had picked it up because there was something in it that drew me to it. So I believe it is still in stock because they restocked it because it was so popular. And I'm just using that part just a teeny bit there. And we'll get back to the washi strips later. And I'm bringing in a couple of the older functional boxes from Planning Thing. And please keep looking because all the sticker books have functional elements in them. So in all the matching collections, you can have that right there. So don't wait. Just check out the shop because restocks are not common, as I mentioned earlier. And I'm also using the washi strip, and that acorn will come in later, but just thought some layering is needed there. And I am also trying to balance that color and also the function. And I know that needs to go on the Thanksgiving day. So somewhere between Wednesday and Thursday, they can stand. And another turkey is there. And before that, I thought I would bring in some washi. And it's a fun way to be mindful of gratitude if you are not somebody who practices that. It's a nice reminder, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving per se. So when we used to be in the States, we used to celebrate it, but we do it in our own way because we don't quite eat turkey. I'm a vegetarian, and even my family, I don't think the kids now do, but at that phase, they were not eating turkey. So I just used to bake chicken for them, just like they would do for the turkey, right? So I would just do that, and the pumpkin pie was a definite item. And yeah, I did. One year I did try a few traditional dishes, and a lot of it, even nobody in the family would eat. So I would just have to finish it all. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. It is, that's done. So I do pick and choose some of the items, but nothing too elaborate. So just throwing in some of those acorns, some of it being used as bullet points, and those leaves of various colors, and also trying to balance some of those colors, and bringing some of that brown functional box. And I desperately I'm looking for some actual Thanksgiving kind of uh, quotes and some more decor from the seasonal houses and trees in Amsterdam. I believe that book is still available. And when you use my code Priya10, you can get an additional 10% off the already reduced price. So that is a good book to have, lots of cute illustrations. And I thought I would come and bring in some of those colors. And those lampposts can definitely walk in because they have it's a nice space, and I did not want to have it right across from the lamppost on the right side, so that is why I'm bringing that tree instead. I'm bringing some of the pumpkins at the bottom. Yeah, sorry, I was a bit out of frame earlier. And I will show you all the spreads together in the end. And please let me know which of these spreads you like the most. Bringing in some of those pavements and just bringing in some of that rain cloud, those dark fall clouds. And this guy is pretty much complete before I decide to come and add another coat. But before that, I thought I would actually show you the VR memory keepers. It can punch the whole month in one go. And this is something I really love to use, especially as some pages need to be punched. And let's flip through the whole thing. I'm keeping this plain. So that is week number 1 with some chickens and daffodils. On to the next one. And this is the London. And this is for the Thanksgiving. And yeah, let me know in the comments which of these spreads you like the most. So I'm going in with some quotes. And please come follow me on Instagram. I will have my details down in the description. I do share more spreads and more of myself over on IG. It's a lovely community. So please make sure you say hi to me there. And I will link all the shops and codes and all the products I mentioned down in the description. And also, please check out the other videos I mentioned, which are also linked below. And I hope you liked today's video. If you did, I hope you would consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification if you haven't already. It really helps me out with the growth of the channel. And please don't hesitate to share it with anybody who you think will like such ideas in their planners. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.